Xavi took charge of his last game with Barcelona on Sunday, but he took the opportunity to launch a parting shot at Barcelona president Joan Laporta, saying it's not a feeling of liberation. I wanted to continue here. These are decisions made by the club. I understand and respect them, but I thought this was not over. It's not my place to speak. The president is the one who has to talk. Gab, how do you think the fans are going to react, obviously, for the next coach who does come in? Does this put extra pressure on them, given the way that the feeling went towards how Xavi was treated? Like, let's say it is Hansi Flick. Is he starting at a disadvantage here in terms of the fans' eyes?
He probably does, but then if Laporta hadn't acted the way he did, then Hansi Flick wouldn't be there. So you weigh one up against the other. Like a lot of people, I think Xavi was really treated really shabbily. The whole narrative. I know Laporta has been ill, but equally that doesn't excuse the way this all played out. You know, Xavi comes out, says a few things, around the Almeria game when he talks about how it's going to be difficult next season, which, by the way, he's saying the truth. It will be difficult. Laporta, the reason you pulled all your silly levers and you gambled is because the club was in a difficult situation, and you've been telling us you had to do it. That's fine. It may be necessary, but it also makes things more difficult because the club inherited this enormous abyss of debt from Bartomeu and from the previous situation. There's no point, putting your head in the sand and hiding and pretending it's not true. Just like there's no point pretending that Lewandowski isn't going to be 36 years old and making a ton of money, or pretending that João Felix has been there on loan each year, and other than the Clásico and other than a couple nice turns and shimmies, really hasn't offered very much. So this feels like it was a group of players. It's a very small group of players, perhaps getting in Laporta's ears, maybe some agent as well, him feeling he had to make this change. We'll see what Hansi Flick has to work with when Tebas and his people show up with the budget limits for Barcelona in the upcoming season. And it doesn't look to me like it's going to be pretty. I hope Xavi walks away, remembering the way the vast majority of Barcelona players came and hugged him after the game, the way Marc-Andre ter Stegen in his flash interview referenced Xavi about 4 times in 30 seconds just to tell us how important Xavi was and how he's going to be missed. Oh, and by the way, since it's all about results and blah, 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 Barcelona finished on 85 points. It's 3 fewer points than last season. It's also, I believe, their 3rd highest points total ever without Lionel Messi in the squad. So to go and blame everything on Xavi and to decide that, no, Hansi Flick can do a better job after the bang-up job he did with the German national team, and then to treat Xavi like this and to ghost him, that's not a good look for Laporta.
No, you can't ghost Xavi. All right, let's get to some of the reports then of who Xavi was looking to get out of the squad or to hope would move on. And obviously, we just heard Robert Lewandowski's name there. That's said to be one of them, according to many of the reports. João Cancelo, João Felix, Vitor Roque as well. Could his departure actually spell another chance for any of these guys? And if so, which of them?
I think in the case of Robert Lewandowski, he has a contract in place and he said he didn't want to go anywhere. So yeah, he's going to be there. And you hope, if you're Hansi Flick, and you hope if you're Barcelona, that he's going to get back to scoring goals consistently in the manner in which he has in the past. And because there's a contract in place, he doesn't have to. And guess what? His contract is increasingly getting better. He's getting paid more money. So look, I don't care how much money you have made in your life as a player. If you're going to get paid more money to be in a place that you want to be, you're not going anywhere.
And of that list, is he who you would pick, of the two?
No. Look, just because I say Robert Lewandowski doesn't mean that, hey, get Robert. No, I still need somebody to score goals, and I don't. I look around, and it's not like I have people lining up. What? Is this a Ferran Torres show from here on out? No. Calm down, everybody. Until you get somebody who can actually score goals consistently. João Felix is a player who's incredibly talented, but is the sort of guy that can get managers fired because you continue to believe in him. And yeah, he doesn't deliver results consistently. If you want a one-off, yes, that's your guy. If you want consistency, he's not your guy. And Joao Cancelo, he cannot defend, as was proven in the biggest moments for Barcelona this season.
Would he be able to have got rid of these players if he had stayed?
You know who would have say? The accountants. They have limits. They already had to go and twist themselves into a pretzel to bring Joao Felix in and Joao Cancelo. By the way, I completely agree with Ale there. All he can do is go to the guys and say, hey, look, I'm not going to play you, so you may want to go elsewhere. And if the guy has a contract, and in Lewandowski's case, it's an enormous contract, nobody's going to give you money to take Robert Lewandowski away. It's as simple as that. So you have to work with him. And I think that's a difficulty. I think what would have happened is they would have had to probably sacrifice one of their players who has a market, who I think most likely would have been somebody like Rafinha, possibly, because they have other wingers. Obviously, you don't want to lose Yamal or Pedri or anybody like that. And they would have had to figure out a way to make it too. I mean, the reason that they sent Ansu Fati to Brighton, for example, was to put him in a Premier League shop window, hope he did well, and hope that somebody, gave you a lot of money for him. Didn't work out. Ansu Fati's back. So in the end, Pep's going to have to rely on La Masia, Xavi would have had to rely on La Masia, rely on these older players who are there, who seem to enjoy themselves but aren't getting any younger. And look, get a tune out of people like Lewandowski. Gundogan as well, another one. When he's good, he's really, really good. I think he's had a good season. But equally, he's not getting any younger. He's well into his 30s now. So this whole thing, let's call it what it is. When Laporta pulled his levers, he assembled a team that was built to win straight away. He didn't really pay attention to long-term thinking or even the age profiles of some of the players he was signing and how much he was signing them for. And now chickens are coming home to roost. Oh, one more thing. So we mentioned Vitor Roque. Vitor Roque's agent came out and said, oh, Vitor has to play. If he's not going to play, he might have to leave Barcelona. But by the way, he's not going on loan. And that's another way of saying he's going to stay there and continue to collect the paycheck, because if he doesn't go on loan, nobody will give you anywhere near the money required to take Vitor Roque away, given what they paid for him. Yeah. So it is a really, really messy situation. And I think, Deco and his agent friends, they're going to have to work some real wonders to go and put out the best possible team for Hansi Flick.
Oh, this is quite a big order in the end, if it is to be Hansi Flick or whoever it is.
I can just tell you this, Kay. When the announcement was made that Xavi was coming back and everybody was like, yeah, this is what we wanted, all of us. And there was that picture of Laporta, Deco, and Xavi with a hand in. Oh, that was very cute. That was very beautiful. Yeah, that was only a month ago. And now we're in this situation with Barcelona. Does that sound like a club that has a plan in place? No.
Oh, well, time will tell. We'll be able to find out next season in La Liga how it is all going to play out.